Hey everyone, Lloyd here. Super stoked today. Package arrived in the mail. My new 3D printer. I've been meaning to get into 3D printing for a while now, and after seeing all those cool things online, so I thought I'd dip my toes in it. Did a little bit of research, decided on an entry model. I've got the creality Ender 3. Purchased this 3D printer with a glass bed and some nozzles on eBay from a user called Ender 3D Printer for a total of $330 including post. Thought it was a great price. Got 4 packages here: nozzles, glass bed, the printer, but I also ordered 2 kilos of filament so I can print some things out. Arrived really quickly. Super stoked here. Today's video I'm just going to do an unboxing followed by a setup of the printer and hopefully a little quick image of printing some things out. Alright, first up, little package, nozzles on the side. Next up, what I assume is the glass bed. Trusty Stanley knife. Overall, I think the package was pretty well packed. Everything had its own nice little spot, not much wastage, really well packed. Few bobs and bits around, but yeah, really good. So the next thing I did, took everything out of the box, set it aside, got rid of the rubbish, grabbed the instructions out, and it was on to putting it together. Picking these up, they felt really strong, felt pretty nice in the hand, very heavy. Felt like it was pretty well made. Overall impressions, really nice. Moving on to putting the printer together. First got the base, then we put on the first side support, just 2 little screws underneath, tighten them up with an Allen key, of course. Next we put on the other arm, same process, and then power supply on the right hand side there. Tighten it up with Allen key, just 2 small bolts. Next, front face plate on the right hand side at the bottom, another 2 small little bolts. Next is the Z-axis stopper. Just make sure it's right down the bottom in the screws and it's all nice and flush there. Easiest way was loosening it right up and then tightening it right up once it's in. Next is the Z-axis motor. Just pop that in and then you just put in the rod. Just loosely fit it in, not too tight. Next was the horizontal support arm. just tightening it up was a little bit tricky. You had to slot your Allen key through those two holes and then tighten that feeder in place. Next you put the arm on the other side. Just being careful that it's correctly oriented, I suppose. And now you only loosely fit that on until you put the extruder on and then tighten it up. Then you mount it to the frame, tighten the screws up top, 2 screws each side. Let's make sure it's nice. I didn't actually have a video of it, but you put the belt around the arm there. Just make sure the teeth are facing inside and the flat bit is the bit you can see from the outside. Felt the instructions could have been a bit clearer in this. They only gave you one sort of like page printout. So in future I'd like to see maybe some better instructions. Just to make it a bit more clearer. On to just plugging all the power and control wires. Just plop the glass bed on here. Now these clips, I probably just recommend in future just putting 2 at the front and 2 at the back, not on the side like I did here in the video, which I did move later on. Now it's all set up, turning it on. First step is to go to preheat the PLA and setting the auto home. This will move the printer to the home spot. Next, you disable the steppers. And now it's time to level the print bed. In order to level the print bed, you just get a piece of paper and just try to slide it under in between the nozzle and the print bed there, turning the knob underneath the print bed till it's just right. Now you want to make sure the paper gets through, but there's a slight bit of resistance. You'll get a little feel after a while. After you've done one corner there, proceed to the next and just keep moving it around and just keep basically going around the print bed until they're all fine on each corner and you don't have to make any adjustments anymore. Just be careful when you move it across the print bed that it doesn't contact it and scratch the print bed as well. After leveling the print bed off, next thing to do is put in the micro SD card that came with the printer. Then going on the menu to initialize card and then selecting one of the test prints on there to print. Here I printed the little toy dog. This one took about 3 hours to do, but had a good result at the end. That's basically the printer all set up. Once the printer was set up, I was off to print some things I found online. It was rather simple to do, you just needed a piece of software. There are a few online, but I used the free Ultimaker. Simplest way to print things was to import the model into Ultimaker, slice it, export it onto the SD card, and print it out the same way as you would this test file. Alright everybody, I've had the 3D printer for about a week now and I've had a lot of fun with it so far. First thing I did print was the little toy. Kids have lost it so I can't show it to you. But probably what I do wish I did print first was these 3 little test prints, which I will link below in the comments or description. But basically this one is a heat test. It prints at different temperatures and you can look at it to work out, you know, optimal temperature for your printing. This one's a speed test, and this one is a retraction test. I wish I did print these 3 test ones first, so I could work out my ideal print settings, since obviously the larger prints can take a long time and sometimes they can fail and things like that. For example, I did print these little feet, adjustable feet. I thought it was a cool idea because this table the printer's on, it's not quite level. It's about a 20-hour print for 4 of those, and after I printed them in, I went to put them on, the feed actually snapped off. So I don't know if that was a print setting or a design flaw, presumably print setting. A couple of the other things that I did print, obligatory toy octopus, really cool, kids love it. Also printed another toy, this dragon. This octopus and dragon, pretty cool. Not only just toys, but they, I guess they basically show off 3D printing capabilities by, printing the links already bound together. Same with the octopus, the links and the tentacles are printed at the same time. Really cool. I will leave links to these below. Other things I did print out, which I really like. One of the first things I did print out was this filament guide. Extends out here, just guides the filament down and around. At the back there a lot better. Little tray here. There are lots of trays on the internet there, but this one sort of is nice and cool. It's got a little removable space here that clips in for your Allen keys. Just a couple little drawers, nice and neat. A little fan cover here. Printed out a little tool holder for these little clippers that come with the printer. Really, really nice. I enjoy that kind of tool holder. It keeps the little hands away from the tools. Moving around the back as well, a couple other things I did print, which people say you should print. We've got here the cable chain. Everyone seems to recommend printing a cable chain. I thought it was kind of cool. Keeps the cables nice and tidy, but it also provides a bit of support. And I printed some little clips to hold the cables routed nicely together. Another little thing I did print out, I don't know if you could see, but on the back of the screen, a case for that didn't require any tools to attach. So that was a nice, cool little print, and it just covers the PCB that's behind, so if kids come along, they can't prick their fingers and that sort of thing. Also, it gives you a bit of support if you're like pushing the knob here with your fingers under it, like squeezing it down. That's pretty much it. I am really enjoying it. We'll be making some more projects and things in the future, and hopefully making some videos with it. So yeah, that's my experience with the printer, and I hope to see you around.